Hey everyone, welcome. Um, Today I'm going to talk about how do we handle all this craziness going on. I've had a lot of people write in and ask me, what do I do to handle these stressors in these challenging times? And I know the word challenging has been overused, but this is about the best definition for it is what we're experiencing right now. So today I am going to share with all of you a few tips and things that I do to get through these times. So I know it's crazy between, we've got COVID and people getting sick and hospitals overwhelmed and nurses and professionals dealing with that, which can be very stressful. I get it. Very, very stressful. I think we're also dealing with, the whole protesting. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of violence with that. And if you're living in a place like that, my heart goes out to you because I can't imagine how scary it might be. And then on top of that, what do we have? An election year, 2020 election year. Election years are always a pain. I don't know about you guys, but I just get so sick and tired of the commercials and people trying to tell me what to do and how to do it. That gets old for me personally. But that's another whole story. Anyway, I just thought I would share with all of you what I do during these challenging times. Yes, I am a girl that is more half full than half empty. I have friends that are both. And I'm sure you're thinking, oh, but it's so much easier for you. Yeah, it is. But you know what? These times have actually been really challenging for me too. This has been really hard. I'm not going to lie. You've been cooped up at home with your partner, in my case, my husband, and he's struggling with his own stuff. I'm working, been trying to launch a book. Last year at this time, I was, getting ready to launch a book and everything was amazing. And then all of this happened in the first year, which was a big challenge, to be honest. It's been challenging. I think for me personally, um, it's been a time that it's really helped me get back to some routines that I used to do that were really healthy for me. I've gotten back to more meditation. I go in and out of my exercise thing. I'm just going to be honest. I like to hike and walk, and right now it is summer and it is gorgeous. I live in the mountains, as you can tell, and it is beautiful. And I love this time of year because I get to get outside and get some fresh air. And to me, that's a huge one. That's huge because all of this boils down to self-care. We have to take care of ourselves. And during these kinds of stressful times, we even have to make more effort to take care of ourselves because it's just things aren't normal. They're just really not. So for me, it's being out here. I come out here to meditate. I take little walks. I just enjoy outside so much. I just love it. It's just a beautiful place, and it calms me. It grounds me. It makes me feel really good. On top of that, I would suggest doing some kind of exercise. For me, that's yoga. I like doing Satori yoga. I do it here at home. I haven't been going to classes in quite some time. I love my little 5 Tibetan rite thing, which is amazing for just stretching and strength and things like that. So for me, those kinds of things are top on my list. Try to eat healthy. And it's a good time because we're home more and we're not out as much. So you can actually make those changes that you want a little easier and better than maybe other times when we're so busy and going to work and meeting people and stuff like that. And I know there's still people working and I know there's still things happening, but we're home more than not than we used to be, I think, for most of us at least. I mean, I'm working from home all the time. So is my husband. We're not going anywhere. And I think it's just a good time to make those little adjustments if you want. It's the perfect time to do that. I will say the number one thing I do for my, I don't know what you would call it, I guess just my personal um, calmness, lack of a better word, I guess, is I limit the media I watch. I limit social media and TV, all of the above, articles, reading, even knowing I spend time doing interviews and writing articles. I limit that because it just can be overwhelming. It can really be overwhelming to read and watch stuff so much. And there's just so much of it out there nowadays, guys. When I was a little kid or a young woman, it wasn't like this. And now there's just so much. And I think for sometimes we need to understand that we need to take a break from that. Especially if you're a sensitive person, if you're someone that is really affected by news, and it emotionally affects you, I would definitely limit that if I were you. Take some time out and don't engage in that so much. That's another big one, I think. I know I do. I limit it because years ago I was a news junkie and I just can't go there anymore. I just can't. Doesn't mean I don't stay informed. I do, but I do it in small bits, little at a time, take it in and move on. And I always keep in mind that during times like these, our biggest, I think, thing we're fighting is fear. You know, I really do. I talk about fear a lot, but I think we're fighting fear. And we worry about things unnecessarily. I am not saying there are not things out there to worry about. There are, but we don't need to consume our lives with worry and fear. It's not good for us. It's not going to help you. It's not going to make you feel better. It's just going to make you feel worse. So I always ask myself a few questions when it comes to worry and fear and things like that. Is this my thing to even be fearful or worry about? Perfect example is COVID. Okay. Can you really do anything about COVID? Really? No, you really can't. It's out there, it's doing its thing, it's going to run its course, and it will slowly, hopefully faster, it will dissipate. It will move away. And we may have a little thing. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not a scientist. It may go up in the winter, it may go back down. I don't know. But the fact is, you worrying about it isn't going to do anything about it. All you can do is wear your mask, wash your hands, limit your contact, have some social distance. That's about the best thing you can do. Outside of that, you really can't do anything about it. You can't. So, my advice is keep that in mind when it comes to worry. If you're worried about what's happening, and when I say what's happening, the protests, the violence, the political thing, whatever, can you really do anything about that? Well, if you can, go do something. I suggest don't be violent, but go protest if you need to protest. That's your choice. That's why we live in America. And as far as politics go, you want to do something about that, get out and vote. That's your job. But outside of those two things, you really need to let it go and not worry about it. Because the fact is, you can't do anything about it. You can't. It's not yours to do anything about right now. So I'm always a firm believer in do what you can. Get out there, live your life. Don't worry. I promise you, this whole thing will pass in time. I wish I could tell you when. I don't know when. But it will pass. It will. And things will get better, guys. You got to hold on to hope. That's the other thing I do, I think, that's so prevalent in my life is I hold on to hope. I always hold on to hope that things will get better. And those of you that know my story and know me, I've been through some crap. I have. And life has always worked out. And I have an amazing life today. And things do get better. Now, the truth is, I do take action towards something to have a better life. I do. But the fact is, I can't change so much of it. It's not mine to change always. I do my part. Vote. If I want to protest, I can protest. Other than that, I just take care of myself and my life and do the best I can. So I hope I answered your question and shared a little about what I do. Hopefully I inspired you in some form or fashion. I don't know. But as always, comments are welcome. More questions are welcome so I can do other videos and share what I know. Okay? So take care and hang in there. I wish all of you the best. You'll get through this. We all will. Bye.